You BLM leader, and you're now endorsing Donald Trump, saying he's the best candidate we have. Why do you think he is the best candidate that we have?
Because everybody else sucks.
Black people are starting to wake up to the lies of the Democratic Party. In particular, black men. As I've said over and over and over again on this channel, black men are the ones who will determine the next presidential election. Because as black men continue to come to the revelation and the realization that the Democratic Party does not care for them, that the Democratic Party has abandoned them and has an antagonistic relationship towards them, a hostile relationship towards them, more and more of them will vote for Trump. The latest example is a former BLM leader in Rhode Island named Mark Fisher.
Fisher, co-founder of the Black Lives Matter chapter in Rhode Island, has openly endorsed President Trump's return to the Oval Office.
You BLM leader, and you're now endorsing Donald Trump, saying he's the best candidate we have. Why do you think he is the best candidate that we have?
Because everybody else sucks.
So is he just the best of a bad group? I mean, is he not that great either, but he's just like better than the rest?
Well, I like Trump, personally. And I think right now who we have sitting in the Oval Office is just a deep disappointment. I deeply have disdain for him. And I really dislike the vice president as well.
What is it that why do you not like them versus like Donald Trump? I would imagine you're alone in this. Do you feel alone in this viewpoint in the world that you're in, being in the BLM movement?
No, I feel like the tide is starting to turn. I feel like a lot of black people are starting to pivot off of that Democratic plantation for so long. We've been slaves to that party. Actually, we've been mental slaves, afraid to get off of that plantation because, we've been used and abused for so long at that party. They don't value our vote. Their policies are basically racist policies. I believe it's a racist party that strikes at the heart of the black family and the nuclear family in general. And I believe Donald Trump he's the opposite. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to give it to you straight. He's not going to, be a hypocrite and stab you in the back like the Democratic Party loves to do.
So as you saw, Mark Fisher endorsed President Trump, and he talked about how the Democratic Party has destroyed the black family, the nuclear family, and they're racist in their roots. All of that is correct. All of that is right. And he said he endorsed President Trump because everybody else is bad. That's true. All the other options are horrible. But notice he said President Trump. That's the thing I've been trying to tell these Republicans. Black people are not endorsing the Republican Party. Black people are endorsing President Trump. And this is causing an alarm on the liberal side of the house, in particular with black women. Just listen to this.
Black men today are currently leaning 20% toward President Trump. That's 20% of the black electorate. That is 20% of the famed Obama coalition, the very one that President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party cannot afford to lose. Now, I'm not about to chastise black men. I'm not about to tell them to go along to get along. And I'm certainly not about to tell black men in America to fall in line and vote like black women. Because, yes, and now I have to say the quiet part out loud, black men and black women, we don't always have the same political interests. Now listen, I wish that we did. I really do. But the reality is that we live in an American society that has always ranked financial, political, and social capital as the following: white men, black men, white women. Now, those two can be debatable or interchanged. We'll get to that in a second. But always and consistently forever last is black women. So now black men are seeing black women outperform them in spaces that make no sense to them. Academically, they see us graduating from higher ed. They see black women owning businesses, opening them, starting them. achieving in them at a higher rate than black men. They see black women buying homes and purchasing commercial real estate at higher rates than them. And no, black men are not happy about it. It's not that they're not happy for us. They also understandably wish it were them. And they're wondering, legitimately, I would say, why they are getting left behind. And so they're saying very loudly with this polling, they're saying to the Democratic Party, at least 20% of them are, that they're not going to support a Joe Biden-Kamala Harris candidacy that only continues to, and this is the perception, concern itself with the needs and the advancement of black women and black women alone.
Because liberals know, black people know, that if Trump gets 15% of the black male vote, let alone 20%, Joe Biden is toast. The Democratic Party is toast. Why do you think they're trying their best to bring in people from other countries? Why do you think they're trying their best to send out their black women to disparage black people from considering Trump? But listen to me closely. It's Trump that black folks are considering, not the Republican Party. The Republican Party, by and large, the RNC, those in charge, they don't want black people in their camp. They're in bed with the Democrats. They're one uniparty. They see black people the same way as the Democrats do. Useful tools when they need their vote. Or Republicans just ignore them altogether, the party at large. So, but it's Trump, because you have to understand something. To black people, Trump is not seen as Republican. He's not. MAGA is not seen as Republican. They're not. America First is not seen as Republican. They're not. They're seen as a totally separate entity. So that's why you can have a Daniel Cameron not win in Kentucky. Black people didn't like Daniel Cameron because Daniel Cameron was connected with Mitch McConnell. Daniel Cameron was running the same type of campaign that a traditional black Republican would run. So Daniel Cameron is not going to get black people to support him. Daniel Cameron made decisions to align himself with the establishment that did not help him when it came to getting some of the black vote. Daniel Cameron did not make the efforts into the black community that people associated with Trump that Trump has done and is continuing to do. So therefore, Republicans get it mixed up. They think that, oh, black people are coming to join us. No, black people are coming because of Trump. That's why you can have Trump win, for example, the presidential race and have other black Republicans who are running not win. Because those Republicans haven't taken the lead from Trump to understand how to communicate, to understand. That's why I respect Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't agree with Vivek on a number of things. And a lot of things I do agree with Vivek. When Vivek was speaking about Juneteenth and some other stuff ignorantly, I disagree with him. But when he's calling out Nikki Haley and he's speaking truth when it comes to how these people enrich themselves based upon their positions in government, me and Vivek were here. But that's why people like Vivek Ramaswamy can go to the barbershop and talk to folks. Because he's an outsider. Because he's approaching this the way that Trump approached it. And black folks respect that. They do. Hey, I want to say, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button and click subscribe so we can get this message out to as many people as we can to let them know that they're not victims, they are empowered for greatness.